Hello guys and welcome back to Disney Elves. Now today's video is going to be a little Q&A because I asked you guys on my Instagram what kind of YouTube videos you wanted and you wanted a Q&A. So I asked you questions that I could A. So let's get into it. I took screenshots of all of the questions. I didn't ask whether you guys wanted your usernames like revealed or not, so I'm not going to do that this time, but next time I'll make sure I ask for your permission. When did you first start your plushie collection? Well, as you can see, my collection is rather huge, and I mean my Disney collection in general is mostly soft toys. I have had soft toys since like before I can remember, before the dawn of time. I used to be one of these people when I was younger who would be fine, you know, taking them to a boot sale or a charity shop and whatever. After seeing Toy Story, and especially Toy Story 3, my favourite film, it changed my life. I think kind of for the better because I get to keep them all, but it's a lot to handle and keep and store, and yes. So basically forever, but I started kind of being a bit more serious about it, I would say about 6 years ago. And since then I've kind of been following the Disney store a bit more and stuff like that. So yeah, basically I think about 6 years seriously, but I've got like obviously lots of old ones from my childhood as well. So yeah, this is years worth of collection. So are you getting July's Mickey Memories plush? So I asked this a while ago, so yes, I've already got July. Oh, you can see I've kind of made a display here of Mickey Memories, but I'm literally just about to move them again because there's not enough space for them all there. But yes, I luckily managed to get July, so yeah. Yes. What made you start collecting Disney merch and when did you start? As I say, I've always sort of got little bits when I was younger, but yeah, I've kind of been more of a collector for the past like 6 years. And really kind of more seriously for the past like 2, I'd say, which is when I started my Disney Instagram, I think just under a year ago or just over a year ago, something, around a year. And so that's when I kind of, yeah, started keeping up to date with releases and stuff like that. What made me start collecting? Well, basically when I was younger, I had quite a few like health issues, like nothing too serious, but I basically dealt with like mega migraines and chronic fatigue syndrome, also known as ME and stuff like that. And so it would be a thing where if I do some kind of scary test or exam or something in the hospital, I would then buy a cuddly toy or something to like reward myself for getting through it. So that's where it kind of began. I think Disney is a great source of comfort for a lot of people, and it's helped a lot of people get through a lot of bad stuff in their lives. And so yeah, I love Disney. I just think it's so great. A huge kind of like turning point for me was when I started needing Disney, not just wanting it, if you see what I mean. What's your favorite Disney stuffed toy? This is the thing, I say that I don't have favorites, but there are always a few that you appreciate a bit more than others. For example, Large Pua here, he's looking after my Fan Days ears right now, and Ham and Little Raymundo there, like they're all in my top, and live action Elliot too, they're all like in my top. But then also I love ones like Hank. I think is one of the best made soft toys ever. Like how they managed to make him look like slimy and scaly but still be like super soft just blows my mind. But also the new Christopher Robin range they've just brought out is incredible. So yeah, I've got a few like top favorites that I would like have to grab if there was a fire. Yeah, I love them all for different reasons, otherwise I wouldn't keep them. Where did you buy that blue skirt with the polka dots? I do a lot of bounding stuff on my Instagram, if you don't follow me already, Disney Elves. And so I did this bound as kind of Steamboat Mini. There she is, that one, with the blue polka dot skirt. It was from ASOS, it was in the sale, so I had to go a size bigger than I usually would, but it managed to be okay. So, if you had to pick a character to marry you and your partner, who would you pick? I'm assuming that you mean like who would conduct the ceremony, and I think I would probably pick Little Raymundo from Princess and the Frog, because I think he has like such a cool, like, you know, he could be like, oh, she is your Evangeline. She's lighting up the sky and stuff like that. And I just think he would be like a really cool, fun person to conduct the service. Favorite Disney character? Now see, this is the thing. I always change, but at the moment it's definitely got to be Ham. Like as my favorite like overall character, but my favorite like sidekick is definitely Pua right now. But it's really difficult because they do always change, and you have soft spots for different characters at different times, I think. Because for example, I have characters that I love for just them being a character. Like Hank, for example, like I love his character. Ray, I love his character. Yeah, just their personalities are just so cool. So yeah. Do you own any Tsum Tsums? Yes, I do. There is a collection video on my YouTube channel if you want to go and check it out. I do have quite a few, even though I say I'm not a Tsum Tsum collector. Do you collect any of the Disney Store mugs? Yes. Well, I wouldn't say I collect them. I buy the ones that I think are really cute. Like, I'd say that I'm a plush or a soft toy like collector because I'm crazy for them. I know which ones are coming out next, like I'm ready. But with mugs, I'm kind of a bit more like of a casual collector. But if I see like a really cool mug at a boot sale that's really cheap, I need to buy it. It's that kind of relationship with mugs, because basically I'm not allowed more because they don't fit in the cupboard. And because they're all like oddly shaped, it's really difficult to keep so many mugs. So I say it's difficult, I mean look. What's your advice for new Disney Instagrammers? I say I'm still pretty new to the whole Instagram thing. I don't really have any like advice. I would just say be yourself and post the content you want to post, because then people are going to like you for you. So yeah, post what you love. What is your dream job? My dream job has to be being a Disney songwriter. Myself and my partner Nikon, we do missing Disney songs over on a channel called Ellie and Nikon, if you want to go check that out on my channel. Yeah, basically music is my life, and myself and Nikon are just about to release our first EP. We're doing it completely unsigned and unfinanced, so I'm broke. I'm broke, sister. But yeah, I'm really excited to release something. It comes out on the 31st of August, but you can pre-order it on iTunes from the 10th if you want to go and check it out and follow our social media, then you'll be able to find it. But yeah, Ellie and Nikon is basically my life. I would love to write Disney songs with Nikon all the time. I would say that I kind of want to be like, you know, like a Phil Collins or an Elton John. Like, they have their own like albums and music, but they also write for Disney. So that would be what I would say. But yeah, high aspirations, guys, you know, shoot for the stars. Best Disney bargain find. Now this is really interesting because I have actually been so lucky. Whenever I film on here, I managed to find stuff. Usually when I go alone, I can't find anything. Well, see, I found some really good like bargains, but my absolute favorite has to be probably the 90s Lion King bedding that if you watch my videos every week, you'll know that I found it in a charity shop hopping video that I did before. So I think that's probably my favorite, just because you never come across stuff like that. So I thought that was a really, really good find. Okay, this is really interesting. Have you ever been to Disneyland Paris? And if so, what do you recommend rides and food wise? I have only ever been to Disneyland Paris once, and it was about 3 years ago, and I'm not really a ride person, so I didn't go on any rides. I know that's gonna shock like quite a few people probably, but yeah, I went for more of the experience, the shopping, the characters, stuff like that. So I can't recommend any rides, even though I thought that Crush's Coaster looked really good. And obviously the Dumbo ride looked really good. I almost went on that, but the queue was really long. The best part about my trip for me was actually staying in the Disney hotel, which was the Disney like New York hotel, because it was so close. It was amazing. I had breakfast in there, so I always recommend doing like a half board, because the food there is really expensive, so it really helped that we had breakfast to live off of. And the breakfast was really good too. There was enough like different stuff, like they had like breads and cheeses and hams and salamis and stuff like for breakfast, and that was along with things like, you know, bacon and kind of like little potato things and stuff like that. So I think the breakfast thing is really good. Apart from that, I only actually ate in the McDonald's there because it was the only thing I could afford. So I can't really recommend food either, I'm afraid. I really want to do Disneyland Paris again, because I want to have a day where I just go on rides and kind of like face my fears, and yeah, just let myself get sick on rides and just go for it a bit more. But also I really want to try more foods. I've heard really great things about Bistro Chez Remy, and I've got to say it looked beautiful. I had a little peek in the restaurant and I loved the little outside bit, so I would recommend there because it looked good. So yeah, I hope that helps you, because like I say, I'm not very good at knowing this stuff. Do you play video games? I don't know if I've already asked, haha. Yes, so I play some PC games. Mostly I play PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds or PUBG. The Sims 4, I have every expansion pack ever. I've been on it for so long. I've loved it since the start. Best game ever. Then Theme Hospital, it's a bit of a throwback game. I love it. It's so cool. They're meant to be doing a reboot of it soon, so I'm waiting for that. And then I also play, well, I used to play a lot of Xbox, but not so much anymore. I used to love like Viva Pinata and stuff like that, but also like Modern Warfare 2 was like my childhood, well, my teenage years. Then I also have a Nintendo Switch. So I play Splatoon 2 is my absolute all-time favorite game on the Nintendo Switch. It may be my favorite of all-time Nintendo game, but it's on par with Animal Crossing, but they need to do a remake because I'm waiting for that. So yes, basically I do play video games and I love them, and it's great fun. Oh, I also play Sea of Thieves on the PC. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for asking me so many questions. I'll be sure to do more of these in the future, but I always do little ones on my Instagram as well if you ever want to check that out. Disney Owls. Please give it a like if you liked it. Feel free to comment, subscribe if you want to, and go and check out Ellie and Nikon if you want to support my dream. She's got a dream. Thank you so much, and goodbye everyone. Bye.